It's time to be real careful with the conversations we're having with everybody, yo. Like, I can't tell you how many times that I've had a conversation with somebody, and after like a good 15-minute talk with them, I thought back and I'm like, yo, I didn't pick up anything from that conversation. I didn't learn anything, right? If anything, I heard them complain about something, and now it's in my head. Now they spreaded that energy to me, and I don't know how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about the wrong things now. That happens. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the check-in. It's your boy D Money. You know what's up, man. Chilling as always. Everything's looking good. I'm feeling good. Hope y'all had a great New Year's, man. Hope y'all didn't get too drunk, too distracted. Hope everybody stayed out of trouble, because you know how I get. You know what I'm saying? But I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. It's time to lock in. It's time to focus, right? It's time to get to work. That's what we're here for. We got to leave all that celebrating to the side now. We already had time to do that. We ran through a whole year of just learning, right? 2022 was all about going through a process, learning through the process, and now here's where we apply all the stuff we gained from that process. This is supposed to be a good year, all right? This is where we connect the dots. This is where we make things look real good. We painted a nice image last year of what we wanted. This is the year where we actually get to display it. All right. We got to put some things to work. We got to finish the product, but we're going to display it at the end of the year. All right. So this is the time we lock in. Let me tell you something, though. I'm sitting back right before walking into 2023. I realized that I slipped up a bit. I realized that like right before walking into this year, I didn't finish as strong as I wanted to. Right. I think I got comfortable, and a lot of people do this sometimes. Like, I know I'm not the only one, but it's like I pushed certain things to the side because I knew I was walking into this new year with new energy, right? Like just more of what I already carry. And I realized that I made a mistake, because that's a bad way to start, right? I wanted to start before the year started. Think about that. Like, I wanted to get ready right before New Year's. That way I can already have a little head start. There's no reason to be waiting for a certain day. Nah, get the work done today. That's how I usually am, right? But I slipped up. And, by slipping up like that and realized that, like, damn, I didn't work as hard, as I should have, because I could have actually been a little more ahead of schedule with things. I'm like, I can't allow that to happen no more, right? So I had to have a tough conversation with myself. And sometimes these are going to be required, right? You got to analyze what you're doing, and if you're working to your standard. Right? Are you doing things the way you need to do them according to how you want to get them done and when you want to get them done? These are conversations you need to have with yourself. And as soon as you realize that, like, you're not putting in enough work, you're not following your own rules on how you want to get things done, you need to change something. We have to have these conversations with ourselves, and we have to make sure that as far as everything we want to get done, are we on pace? We have to be responsible for keeping up with these things, right? Nobody's going to push us to do this stuff. It's up to us. We got to stay locked in. Staying locked in is the most important thing. Like, I've been locked in for a long time, man. When I tell you I've worked every day for the last 6 years, and I told you guys this before, whoever's watched, the episodes in the past, like, I literally work every day. Besides, like, when I have to go on vacation or anything like that, I work every day. And there's a reason behind it, right? Some people may say I'm too busy, and some people like me might say those people are too comfortable. But I think both sides have a plus to it, though, right? People who work a lot, they understand that with being consistent, you get great results. And for people who are more comfortable, right? They work their job, they know, what it is they have to do, and they keep their pace real steady. They understand what rest can do for your body, and not only your body, your mind, right? So it's like, I think it goes hand in hand, but you got to choose what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person who likes to see results. I don't like waiting on nothing. I don't like holding myself back. So I stay busy. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I pick that side instead of being comfortable, even though I know my body is asking me to give myself a break. I'm not doing it yet because I'm like, I could take a break later, right? I want to accomplish certain things right now. The break will come when it comes, but right now I'm trying to stay busy. I'm trying to stay locked in, right? So this is what we have to do. I work every day. I don't even have time to binge watch any movies or shows anymore. I was doing pretty good like a year and a half ago where I was like watching everything and you know what I'm saying, making time for every little thing. But now I'm like, yo, I don't even have the time to binge watch a show. Never mind even binge watch. Like I don't even have time to watch a show, period. Like I'm on the move. I'm getting things done. My brain is somewhere else. I'm thinking about other things every second of the day. If I have it free, I'm putting it towards something that's actually going to help me move forward. You know what I'm saying? The shows are beautiful. I don't want to drive nobody away from, enjoying that little time to yourselves because sometimes you need it. But yo, if you're really trying to get things done, yo, you're going to be staying away from that. You know what I mean? And it's not even that you purposely stay away from it. It's just the fact that it's going to be like that. You're going to be so locked into certain things that you realize you don't even have the time to sit down to even watch anything. It get crazy like that. It really does. But this is what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to put yourself through this, this challenge of where you're just steadily grinding, you always have to reevaluate yourself and you have to make sure like, yo, if you're slipping, have these tough conversations with yourself. You end up in a position sometimes where you're working with others. You have your friends that are around you every day. And even if you don't have nothing that's involving them, you're still around them, right? You can't have people around you that's always talking about like negative things that are not pushing you forward in life. You know what I'm saying? You're drawing zero motivation from this person. It almost seems like they have no plans in life. Like this is the wrong energy, right? So sometimes if you really want to stick around these people because you love them, you got to have tough conversations with them now. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't even matter if they're new friends or old friends, whoever it is, if they're going to be around you, right? If they're going to spread a certain type of energy, you need that energy to be correct. So you need to be able to keep it real with them, right? If you can't keep it real with your friend or your friend can't keep it real with you because maybe it might be the opposite. Maybe you might be moving wrong and you need to have the right people in place that's going, you know what I'm saying, look out for you. It's like, if y'all can't keep it real, then y'all really don't want the best for each other. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. I'm real harsh with it, but it's like, that's the truth, man. Because somebody who's close to me is going to be able to tell me when I'm wrong, when I'm slipping, when I'm, making them feel a certain way, just straight up, just not even going in the right direction. It's like, they're going to check me about that. They're going to let me know. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the type of person where I have understanding. So I know that, okay, my brothers love me, right? Or my sisters love me. And if they tell me something, it's because they're looking out. It's because they have the right mindset and they're like, I see something that he might be blind to right now. I see something that he may, be able to improve on. So I'm going to share it with him, get his thoughts on it and move forward with that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it takes just a simple conversation just to redirect the relationship you have with somebody. That way you guys can, just reach higher levels. Like this is what it's about, man. If you're not doing these things, your team ain't gonna grow, man. I know we know a lot of people that got their priorities all messed up, man. Like, and it's sad to see because it's people we rock with. You know what I'm saying? It's people we really like, but their priorities are all messed up, man. And sometimes you get to a point where you feel like you've done enough. You feel like you've spoken about it. You've brought it up, you know what I'm saying? And they're just stuck in their ways. And it's like, yo, what other option are you left with? Are you going to deal with somebody who's carrying that certain type of energy where it's not healthy? All right. It's not healthy. Or are you going to do something about it and just push them to the side for a minute, right? Or push her to the side for a minute. I had to do that personally, right? I didn't like it, but I understood that like what's best for me is always going to come first. Right. And what's best for me is typically what's best for you as well, because if you're going to be, in my circle, I want everything that's great to come to you as well. So if you're not thinking the right way and I'm trying to help you, I may not have all the answers, but yo, I clearly know if, you're moving in the right direction or not. You know what I'm saying? Some people that we grew up with, they just stuck in their own ways and they don't know how to get up out of it. So they just stick with it. And I'm like, I can't be around that all the time. And they don't have the understanding to accept, my opinion and my moves that, I'm going to have to make if they don't change. So it becomes something like that. But yeah, I had to make a decision like that, maybe like a year ago. And I didn't like it, but I had to do it. I seen good things come out of it from doing so, but it's never going to be easy. But y'all have to be able to make those decisions. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of people we rock with that it's just like they may not be healthy for us, and we got to do something about that. It's time to be real careful, man. It's time to be real careful with the conversations we're having with everybody, yo. Like, I can't tell you how many times that I've had a conversation with somebody, and after like a good 15-minute talk with them, I thought back and I'm like, yo, I didn't pick up anything from that conversation. I didn't learn anything, right? If anything, I heard them complain about something, and now it's in my head. Now they spreaded that energy to me, and I don't know how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about the wrong things now. That happens. We have to be real careful of that, man. Like, it be the smallest conversations you can have with somebody that can throw you off, that can spread the wrong energy. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're in a room with positive people all the time, and then you just let that one person, you know what I'm saying, impact the conversations that you're now having with somebody else. It's like, that's how easy it spreads. You know what I'm saying? So you got to cleanse that this year. This year is a whole new year. We're not doing that, man. I'm not accepting nobody who's negative. You know what I'm saying? I'm not having conversations with people who are just talking just to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to teach me something. You got to tell me something that, you know, you're doing well, something that I can pick up off of or that I can learn. And I'm going to give you the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's about this year, man. I'm done having pointless conversations with people. It's time for me to lock in. That's what y'all need to be on right now. But having good people around you, man, that's real important to me, man. Like, it really is. And it's like, you always want to work on yourself when it comes to that, because it's like, what you bring to the table is going to be very vital to the growth of the, you know, saying friendship or the power circle that you have as well. Like, I think about it all the time, and I'm like, in the meantime, while my friends are on the East Coast, or, you know what I'm saying, wherever they at over here on the West, I'm like, I'm constantly working on myself. When I have alone time, I'm working on trying to build something. I'm working on trying to gain more knowledge. That way, when I go back to the group, I got something to offer. You feel me? I got something that I can bring up, a brand new conversation that can spark other ideas, right? Because sometimes, like, we don't always have the best ideas, but we have conversations that can spark them from other people in the circle. You never know who can bring what to the table, so you have to do your part, right? Whatever it is, whatever you're interested in, do your part. Build on you. You know what I'm saying? Pick something up every week. Learn something new every week. Bring it to the table. You know what I'm saying? See what, you know, everybody else thinks about it. Move from that. I love doing that. I love learning things. I love picking up game. Like I said before, I don't ever mind being a fly on the wall. And I know a lot of y'all be like that too. It's like, some of us just like to listen. We just like to learn, sit back, peep game, and take it all in. Like, yeah, pause. That was wild. But yeah, something I used to think about, right? And I'm like, I used to always like look at my team, and I used to be like, yo, we're all really good at something, right? But I was like, what am I really good at? Or what's my best like attribute, you know, that I can pretty much offer to the team, right? And I realized, and I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm organized. Like, I can be really organized, and I remember to do certain things, right? But I have my way of doing it. I write things down, yo. When I get game and I realize like something new or a new play, I write everything down. That way I don't forget. You know what I'm saying? Writing things down. Like, if you guys looked at my notes in my phone, yo, it's nonstop messages, because I go through there all the time. Every day I'm reviewing it. Whether I, you know what I'm saying, I just have check marks of things I needed to get done for the day or whatever, or, you know, it could be random, new music, anything. Like, I have a whole list of everything on my notes, right? But that's what I do. That's what keeps me on pace. That's what keeps me organized, right? That's what keeps me locked in on what I need to get done. That's why I execute so much, because I have things written down. If you're somebody who's just putting things in your head and you're like, yeah, you know, I'm going to do this later, blah, blah, and then you never write things down, it's like, and you forget later, you have to solve that. Why haven't you solved that problem? Write these things down. Make sure you go back to them and get it done. You know what I'm saying? This is part of what we want to do this year. We want to execute at the highest level. The only way we're going to do that is if we remember to do these things, man. Sometimes we get lazy and we forget to do certain things because we're compacting our day with so much shit that we got to get done. Nah, write these things down and make sure you execute. All right, so we're back with these yellow cards. If you never see me pull these cards out, just know they just have random things written on them, and I give you guys my thoughts on it, right? Real simple, real easy, and can be real interesting sometimes. First one, freedom. First thing that comes to mind when I think of freedom, just being able to do what I want to do whenever I want to do it, right? Whether it's work, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, just in my free time, just chilling. That's freedom to me, man. And I also think about like being financially free as well, though. because that's important. Because the minute I become financially free, I'm blessing everybody that I love, man. And we just gonna go live our life, man. Life tomorrow's not promised, and we know that, man. Every day we wake up, there's more bad news on Facebook and Instagram, and it's just like that. I just want to enjoy every day, man. So if I can get to that point where I'm financially free and that can solve a lot of other problems that are in the way right now, yeah, I'm going straight to it. I'm not gonna waste no time. Goals. I got a lot of goals, man. I got a lot of goals, and I keep creating more, right? Every day that goes by, I'm starting more in my mind where I'm like, okay, I want to get this done. Nope, I got to get that done first though. And I just keep rearranging the list in my mind, but it's like I'm building this big ass list of goals, and it's helping me out because it's keeping me motivated, right? It's sparking new ideas. I'm doing my homework on certain things, and I'm like, okay, I might not be able to get that done, but hold up. This is dope over here. And I just keep diving into different, what I'm saying, avenues where I'm just like, all right, I got different goals every day. But as long as I have some goals, I feel like I'm gonna stay driven. You know what I'm saying? So it's good. Fast food. I don't eat fast food no more, man. I used to. I used to be heavy on it, once in a while. But I don't know. Like McDonald's, I can't stand the smell of the food no more. It ain't even just fast food. It's like McDonald's, period. Like when it comes in that bag, yo, it smells terrible. There's something I don't know what it is, yo. There's something so bad about the smell of McDonald's food. That processed food, they're doing something bad in that kitchen, man. I don't know what it is. But then again, maybe it's just like the fact that I haven't been eating that type of food that now I'm just starting to realize like, yo, this stuff is not good for you, right? And I know a lot of you guys are eating, a big burger right now. But yo, it's just we got to drop the fast food, man. It's not good for us, yo. I remember my cousin told me one time where he was like, yo, when you order food from, Wendy's and McDonald's and Burger King, it's like you really want to consume that food as soon as it comes out, like within the first 5 minutes. He's like, it's not good after that. You know what I'm saying? And I always kept that in my mind. And I'm just like, you know what? One day I'm just going to drop it. And I did. Like I'm praying I never go back because I don't even want to. Yeah, I just don't want to do that. I'm done with it. All right. Situationships. Interesting. I think we all go through that in life, right? We have a bunch of situationships. There's a lot of, people that you have an attachment to, but don't have an attachment to. Do a couple things, you know what I'm saying? Look, that's real tricky though. I feel like I know a couple people who gone through a situation with somebody who they wasn't taken too serious, and then it became serious, right? And then it became so serious to the point where they actually didn't even want to be together, but they had a kid together. Like, yo, that's crazy. Like, hold up. Y'all done took it too far. You feel me? So it's situationships. That's tricky. That's real tricky. Be careful. Proficiency. It's good to be proficient, man. With anything you do in life, be proficient. You know what I'm saying? It's the easiest way, if you can be consistent with being proficient. I like the way that sounds. If you could be consistent with the way you're proficient, you can get things done a lot easier and reach success at a good rate. Long distance relationships. Ooh, this is a good one. You feel me? Listen, I don't know why I just winked at y'all. Maybe I was winking at somebody out there. I don't know. Listen, long distance relationships. I'll put myself on blast. That's crazy. How do I feel about long distance relationships? I feel like it was never my thing, to be honest. Never my thing. But I think it never made sense because I was a young kid. I wasn't traveling like that. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm an adult, we can bust some. I still probably don't want no long distance relationship, right? Like I think we got a limited amount of time before we really make a decision on what we doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I going over there? You coming over here? Or what are we doing? We gonna meet in the middle? What we doing? You feel me? That's how I be feeling about long distance relationships. So like, it could be good. Some people maybe handle it really well. I never really been through it like that. But it's an interesting thing, you know what I'm saying? So it's like if you're an adult, I feel like it's easier for you to get to that person because, you probably making other moves where it's not hard to, just connect tomorrow. You feel what I'm saying? But as a kid, I was always against it. I was like, nah, there's no way I'm about to fly over there, every day and blah. Like I never seen how it would make sense. Mentorship. Mentorship. That's good, man. If anybody has a mentor, then you're on a good path of just getting things right. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to figure life out. You need somebody there, you know what I'm saying, right on your shoulder to kind of help assist you with how to carry out certain things. A mentor is great for that. You know what I'm saying? I never had a mentor, but I know a couple people who do have mentors, and they always tell me, you know, what it does for them. And it sounds dope. You know what I'm saying? I think having the right mentors is key. You know what I'm saying? I need to find the right mentor. I think I still need one. Even though I'm doing things fine and I'm straight, I still feel like I probably need one. So not a bad idea. Bad habits. We got to get rid of bad habits, unhealthy habits, any type of negative habit. Like, get rid of it. It's not going to do nothing for you. It's only going to hold you back. It doesn't make sense to create bad habits and think that you're going to get somewhere, right? Like, you're not. You know what I'm saying? If you're out on the block and you're hanging around the wrong people every day, that's a bad habit. You know what I'm saying? You're listening to the wrong information that they feeding you every day, or just information that's not feeding your mind. You know what I'm saying? That's going to actually help push you forward. Like, nah, it don't make no sense to me. Get rid of the bad habits. You know what I'm saying? You going to McDonald's every day. You smelling that nasty smell, and you eating your food 20 minutes later after putting it in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of that. That's a bad habit. You know what I'm saying? Smoking cigarettes, bad habit. Drinking alcohol every day, bad habit. There's a lot of bad habits y'all need to quit. You feel me? Straight like that. But yeah, definitely lock in, man. Like, it's time to get busy, man. I'm through with all the nonsense. Last year, I learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? I think we all learned a lot last year. We seen what we were capable of a little bit. And this is going to be another test this year. You know what I'm saying? You're going to go through some things and you're going to learn what you're capable of. You're going to learn whether you can actually get something done in a certain amount of time or not, right? It's going to happen like that. You got to just push yourself out there, though. You got to go through things this year. Don't be afraid. Don't be lazy. Don't waste time, right? Put yourself around good people. You feel me? Put yourself around good people and good energy, and just try to accomplish things every month. Every month you should be having goals. You should be going after it, man. Like, I just don't have time to waste. That's how I live, man. Every day I wake up, I'm grateful, and I feel like I don't got time to waste, so I get right to it. This is what we do. So what is it that you want to do? What's your plans? What's your goals? What's the time limit on it? Do you have a time limit, right? How much energy are you putting into it? How much are you sacrificing to get this certain thing done? I'm trying to tell you, like, you're not even going to see me. The only time you see me on Facebook or Instagram, it's literally going to be business this year. All right. I remember one time I was looking on Facebook, and I was checking like the hours that I guess I spent on there or whatever. It was my first time playing around with it. And I think one time it said that I spent like 2 hours a day on Instagram. And for some people, that might be like not even that crazy. But for me, I'm like, what am I doing on Instagram or whatever, or Facebook for 2 hours? What am I doing on it? I know like it's spread out through the day, but when they accumulate it, I'm looking at it like that. Like, I'm looking at it like I spent 2 hours in a row. You know what I'm saying? Just looking at nonsense. What are we doing on social media like that, right? If it's not feeding my brain, I don't want to have nothing to do with it this year, right? So when I jump on Facebook, if I'm not looking at something that's important, I'm cool with it. All right. I'm not spending no more 2 hours a day on anything. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm working on me. So if you catch me on Instagram or Facebook, I'm most likely posting something up there, engaging with the people that show love. You know what I'm saying? Doing something like that. I'm not wasting no more time on that. I feel like y'all should all go do that. Go on Facebook, figure out how long you're actually spending on social media. And it's going to bother you, some of you guys, right? Some of you guys are going to be like, oh, you're just going to laugh about it and be like, all right, well, I'll try to do less. Like, no, do less. You know what I'm saying? Jump on that shit less. All right. You don't want to be stuck on social media all day long, because that's taken away from the time you could be, doing something else. That's way more important. You know what I'm saying? This is part of the reason why I tell you guys, like, yo, you're wasting time. There's time that you can find in your day that you can use, but you guys like to come up with excuses. You like to think that, you know what I'm saying, you using up all the time you have that's available. You're not. You're bullshitting. Don't make me call you out. If you let me see your phone and see what you did every day, I'd be able to spot every minute of the day where you just bullshitting. I'm telling you, yo, straight like that. I'm on myself heavy every day, and I see what's going on, right? So when I'm slipping up, I'm going to catch it. I'm going to catch it because I know where my attention should be. You know what I'm saying? So just, you know what I'm saying, get on it a little bit. You know, you got to apply that pressure on yourself this year. You know what I'm saying? That's the zone I'm in, at least. Like, I'm trying to get busy. You feel me? That's how I feel. Anyways, look, I'm getting up out of here. I'm going to let y'all go real early today. I got things to handle. I know you got things to handle. Let's keep pushing this year. I'm going to see y'all next week. Peace.